Partnered by Times Influence.
The world is pinning its hope on technological advancement, and that is going to change the course of our future. Removal of massive clutters of ambiguous algorithms and providing end-to-end solutions of effective codes has made our lives simpler. Every business is a technology business, and behind all this is the magic of coding. Hello and welcome to TechGig Code Gladiators 2017 with me, Samriti Grover. A remarkable initiative by the Times Group that provides a platform to coders to showcase their talent. And we are here to find the best coders from across the country who are all set to redefine the IT space. So let's get started on this phenomenal journey. On the show today, we take a trip down memory lane and get you glimpses from TechGig Code Gladiators over the last 3 years. A power-packed discussion on reinventing marketing for the content talent, and finally what to expect from Code Gladiators 2017. Do you know who was the world's first computer programmer? Well, it's a woman and her name was Ada Lovelace. Ada designed the first machine algorithm for an early computing machine in the mid-1800s that existed only on paper. And today, after 160 years, we salute her remarkable contribution to the world of programming. And to take coding to an all-new level, TechGig started Code Gladiators in the year 2014. Let's take a look at their momentous journey and how the platform has grown over the past 3 years. 2014. A journey that started 4 years back in the power center of the country, Delhi. With a hope to transform the coding arena and provide a platform to coders to showcase their skills, TechGig Code Gladiators in its maiden year witnessed more than 39,000 registrations, which was 1.5 times more than the Google Code Jam 2014. Above all, the initiative marked the beginning of a revolution of sorts as it saw participation from more than 64 companies. 2015. In its second year, the world took notice of this contest as it started showing its might, garnering many eyeballs. Season 2 saw a massive increase in registrations, doubling its count from the previous year. And TechGig Code Gladiators 2015 entered the Limca Book of Records as the biggest coding contest held in India. 80,000 coders participated from more than 9,000 companies, putting a spotlight on the mega contest. 2016. 2016 was bigger and fiercer than ever before. Close to 150,000 premium coders, 70 days of extensive coding and a coveted place in the Limca Book of World Records made Code Gladiators 2016 a grand spectacle and a phenomenal event. In 2016 saw coders ranging from fresh graduates to highly experienced programmers from 25,000 companies that were a part of India's biggest coding challenge. 2017. And this year, TechGig Code Gladiators 2017 keeps the legacy alive, growing by leaps and bounds. TechGig Code Gladiators 2017 saw over 2 lakh top programmers code in more than 52 languages, with participation from close to 50,000 technology companies. 10 theme competitions covering the hottest technologies gave top coders the chance to test their skills against the best of the best.
When we started, it started as a concept, right? We had a few clients who kind of resonated with the idea, and we had very, very few clients when we started, right? And now today we have so many clients, so many customers, right, who have really enjoyed the journey, right? Not only this particular event, but over the last three years, whatever we have done, we've kind of had them with us overall, right? So it's really easy. It's more of the ideas coming from them, and then some of the ideas we pitch, and then we build on it. The same with the participants. A lot of people who've come and participated last year, they gave good feedback and some positive, some improvement areas. We've built on it. Same this year. We are getting good feedback today as well, and we're going to build on the coming year as well, right?
Its base from the national capital, the 4th edition witnessed a gala launch earlier this year in Bengaluru, the IT mecca of the country. The launch event saw top IT companies come ahead and associate themselves with this one-of-a-kind coding platform to redefine the IT space and celebrate coding.
We are here today to talk about Code Gladiator. I am a coder. I don't know how many of you know about that. And it's definitely my distinct pleasure to be here. It's not about the best singer or the best artist in any form, but it's definitely about the best coder. And I'm very happy to welcome all of you to this particular event. I also wanted to mention that TechGig as a product is something, this is the 4th event that we are doing over the last 4 years, but this is the first time we have done this event in Bangalore. We are very excited to create this event under the TechGig banner and the larger Times group. And my personal commitment is to make sure this event and all the partnerships that we forge will put the entire house of Times group behind it to make it successful. Once again, I would like to welcome everyone for attending and gracing this event. Thank you very much.
I absolutely believe that the CEO ultimately is an architect. It's an architect of everything that happens in a company. On an average, 2/3 of the leaders will basically say, the biggest problem is not finding who they want. Okay. There's a close proximity between skills and M&A. The people you want, you can't afford. The people you can afford, you don't want. All right? And that is the state of today's IT industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I have spent 30 years. I've been a student of this industry, and I have seen it pretty much from the sidelines, in the thick of it. The kind of jobs that are going to be required in new technologies is 6 to 8 million people. And out of that, nearly 25% of it will be in India. Okay? Just 8 new technology areas are spawning 55 different job categories. The 8, and I'm not going to name all of them, but if you take augmented reality and virtual reality, if you look at IoT, if you look at machine learning, as a CEO, the fundamental challenge that we have is how are we going to garner this? How are we going to pull this industry to be a knowledge worker? And that is a fundamental difference. And one of the key skills to be a knowledge worker is to have that innate sense of curiosity. And how do you ignite that curiosity? Students, academia, institutions. How do you just wake them up from the slumber? Because in the last 15 years, this industry has enjoyed, it has fundamentally transformed the lives of people. But how do you draw these people into that knowledge economy? That is the fundamental crux. And HR plays a huge role in this.
With the role of technology becoming paramount in order to remain ahead of the curve, the launch event saw experts from the field of human resource discuss and deliberate on the need to reinvent marketing tools to retain the best of talent in the pool.
So Gautam and his team at Times Internet Limited put together this product called the TechGig, right? And what they did next, they identified people like you and I who were prospects for selling that product to, right? Basically trying to engage with us, right? So for me, the two key things out of creating, or the two key things that are relevant for creating talent acquisition strategies are identifying who your prospects are and then building a model that engages with them, right? And that's when you then go back and start looking at, hey, what are the channels that I'm going to be using for identifying and engaging? And that's where the digital comes into play, and then the digital has multiple components.
What is emerging now when you're trying to hire the best talent is you have to add a marketing layer to build awareness. If you put the marketing hat on, you're looking at building brands and sub-brands by showcasing what you're doing, why should people be interested in looking at you, so that the job of the recruiter becomes simpler.
Definitely.
The tech recruiters think like hunters. So they are kind of saying—
That's an interesting metaphor.
So they don't want to post jobs. They want to identify people and they want to go after them. The non-tech recruiters, the people hiring for category management, brand management, corporate, supply chain management, like to post jobs.
Clearly, employee engagement leads to enhanced productivity and long-term talent retention. So I would like each one of you to tell me, how do we do that? How do we ensure engaging employee engagement?
It's important that we provide them two things: the kind of environment they want to be in and the kind of enablers that they are used to. So it would essentially mean the three things: that autonomy, sense of purpose, and what was
mastery.
The mastery piece.
All right.
And then when we talk about enablers, it's all about the digital piece.
So I think we need to stop asking HR people how to manage engagement. I think that's the first thing. I think, there are enough business partners in the company. I think we need to start asking line leaders to be better people partners. I think that is critical.
That's the critical.
And if they're better people partners, I think they need to remember what HR stands for. I think the H stands for heart and the R stands for results. Yes. So I think line leaders need to start showing a little more heart while we drive results. I think it's been at least 15 years that I've attended meetings like this where HR people are asked to find the solution to engagement, to be better business partners, to drive better business results. I believe that it is time that the people who truly manage teams directly play that role much more.
The actual team leaders, yes. All right. What about you?
So I think the generation which we are dealing with is a confused lot. While they know they are completely equipped with so-called ability to be adopting technology, but there is no sense of purpose and direction. They get, attention span have fallen down in the classroom, training classroom, I meant, to 20 minutes. And we give them 3 months of 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. We are taking campus into corporate. And we make a big brand around this. I'm just saying, I think I continue to, I think I agree with Prithvi. Spend time with your youngsters and teach. HR should teach managers, how do you listen to them? How do you give them a sense of purpose and a direction? I think that's the key.
I think the digital age is already here, right? So it's all about speed. It's all about not doing the old stuff, right? So for the new, for example, a simulation onboarding, right? I don't understand why do most organizations do onboarding and put like 100 strangers together in a room.
Under one roof. Yes.
That's probably the first and the last time most of them are meeting.
That's true.
Right? Why not give them virtual reality, show them their workspace, show them the organization, show them, you know, where their manager sits, which block, how do their workspace, where do their peers,
interesting and engaging,
who their peers are. And some of those things I think are going to make a huge difference from a digital standpoint. Share those stories, how we do things. On day one, everything is ready. It's all about Steve. You have your badge, you have all the accesses, you have your laptop, you have everything that you need, right? And those are the big differentiators, right?
All right.
And it's not, I don't think marketing is going to be that big a difference. It's sharing those stories, of course, right? But done it factually. It's okay.
But like what Prithvi had mentioned earlier, storytelling, but truthful storytelling.
Truthful storytelling. And I don't think we need to use flowery language. Basics are enough. Because we are all doing things on Twitter, right? We are okay with spelling
everything.
mistakes.
Social media has totally changed the dynamics. So what do you think, Rohit, lies ahead?
For me, the number of people in your workforce who are from that generation which is called millennials will keep increasing. And they are the ones who consume digital the most. Right? So digital will actually start playing a very, very, very significant role in either attraction or engagement. Because they're the ones who are the connected lot.
So I'll sum up everything that I heard in one sentence. The road ahead is bumpy. The road ahead is digitized. We got to wear seat belts and develop new driving skills.
That is true. That is well summarized.
In driverless cars.
Well summarized.
Or I would say drive with marketing. Just to add.
Yes.
After that invigorating session on tapping and retaining of the best of talent from the IT pool, it's now time to take a quick break. But when you return, we get you some of the best highlights from this year's coding contest. Stay tuned.